also just want to share a really interesting experience that I had the other day. On the weekend, I connected with some friends I've been meaning to connect with all year. The way that I connected was because someone just like left their body and I ended up grounding the earth, so I'm pulling them back into their body. That's like a whole different story. Anyway, I was just vibing really high. I woke up in a really good mood on Monday morning, and then I looked at my phone, and it was just fear, and it was like my family, you know. And it's fair enough, because mainstream media is saying make sure you stock up on this, stock on that, like it's going to kill us, all this kind of stuff. Just make sure you're looking into the data properly of what this mainstream media kind of is providing you. I could be just pulling out these things from my ass, but you have to understand that a lot of the numbers they give us, a lot of the data, a lot of the fear they put in is really so well manipulated. This is not to say that the virus isn't real and that it isn't dangerous and that it can actually affect you. It really does affect the most vulnerable population, which are the ones that already have a lowered immune system, the immunocompromised, but also are elderly. So yes, if you've got elderly parents like myself, I had to isolate from them, you know, and it's really sad because all I want to do is give my dad and my mom a hug. There was this whole fear that kind of like took over me, and everyone's just like stocking up on that kind of stuff. And instantly, when I engaged in this, my neck started to cramp up completely, you know, my world pain constructs on my shoulders started to like spasm, and I was just like completely cramped from like here down, and I couldn't move. And I was saying, oh my goodness, and I really engaged with this. And I don't mean like being smart and like, you know, getting a bit of supplies and just being socially aware and conscious is stupid or it's the wrong thing to do. But the way that we react to it in a fearful way, that is something that we can choose. But anyway, so I chose to do that, and I felt like this weird pull, and honestly, it felt like there was this golden netting that was just like went as I was lying there. I was like, oh, what was that? And then I felt like coming, like I literally felt heavy, like I was stuck in this mud. So I asked a dear friend who lives just across the road, can you take me to the supermarket? I might as well stock up. Okay, I'm starting to freak out. And I'm just like asking my guides, am I supposed to be doing this? And I kind of got like I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I didn't really tap in that much. I was just like fear, and scared. Went to the supermarket. There's nothing at the supermarket. So I went to the Asian store, right? Because they're ledgers and they had all this stock. So here I am stocking up, feeling like a bloody idiot. Like, you know, just stocking up on this and that and like this rice and like noodles and all the good stuff. And they also had fresh veggies, which was amazing. But I had like $120 worth of groceries, right? And I was like, gosh, I feel so silly. Went to pay and I didn't have my wallet. I never not have my wallet. I always have my wallet. It's not something I do. I don't ever forget my wallet. It's always in my bag. Why the hell do I have my wallet? I can't even pay for this food. Anyway, so luckily my friend, I kind of waited there awkwardly outside being like, I'm not going to steal this. And she came and gave me some money, and so I managed to pay for it. And then kind of like went on, kind of continued that. And I was like, oh, I would really like just some tobacco. Even though I'm trying to quit. I was just like, this is a stressful situation. Like, I'm just going to get some bloody tobacco. So I went to the shop that I always do, and they didn't have the one that I wanted, or they didn't actually have any tobacco. I was like, I'm pretty sure they're mostly a tobacco shop, pretty much. So no tobacco, the world might be ending. So I was like, okay, I'm going to walk down to 7-Eleven, right? Good old trusty 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven is not there. It has been replaced by this random ass shop that's like got white floors and white walls and no name, a few items on the shelf, and like no price tags on anything, right? And it's very weird. Like, it's like the Truman Show. It's like they literally inserted this and inserted some like actors or something. So I go to them saying, hi, can I just, get tobacco? Okay, great. They've got like one last packet of the tobacco that I want. I'm thinking, last one? Yep, I'll take it. Maybe it's very indicative of my life. So it's going to last like tobacco. Nah, maybe. Anyway, so she looks at me, she's like, can I have some ID? Oh man, I don't have, like, I'm 30 years old. Like, thanks. But I'm 30 years old and I don't have my wallet. I just really want a pack of ciggies, please. This is stressing me out. I know, bad management technique, not proud of it, but I wanted my bloody pouch of tobacco. I said, look, I bought one before, you know that, you know, it's fine. Just give me my bloody tobacco. And she's like, oh, I don't know about this. I'm like, why is there so many blockages to just engaging in, like, just doing what normal, like, lifestyle people are meant to do? So I was like, just give me my tobacco, please. And I hand her the money, and then she looks at my money and it's like, I'm sorry, I can't accept this. What do you mean you can't accept this? It's just cash. Like, is it? She's looking at it. I'm sorry, it's counterfeit money. I'm sorry, what? Counterfeit money? What do you mean it's counterfeit money, right? Yeah, it's counterfeit money. I'm sorry, I can't accept this. Okay, thanks, bye. I'm just like, what is happening, right? Like, this is so bizarre. Like, why am I not even able to engage in just like normal everyday activities? And it's like, okay, great. Maybe it's my guy saying I shouldn't smoke or what, but I'm just really struggling to, like, am I not existing or like in this reality? And I also asked her, I was like, so how long have you guys not been 7-Eleven? She's like, oh, a few months now. And I'm thinking, mate, hasn't been a few months. I know exactly where 7-Eleven was. I live on Chapel Street, you know, like, I know sometimes I think to myself in that accent, for goodness knows reason why. I walk past the 7-Eleven all the time. I know exactly where 7-Eleven is. And anyway, points aside, I was like, this is just too weird. I'm gonna bounce. So I kind of leave, and I'm thinking, what is going on? Like, why is it such a struggle to just kind of get the everyday activities done? Like, why I'm so pulled out of my flow? And then I made a conscious decision and a conscious choice as I came out the car, coming to my driveway. I was like, no, I played into that fear paradigm, right? And I'm not saying don't be smart and don't do the things that are going to keep you prepared, but you don't have to engage in that fear like I did. And for myself, it was a really powerful lesson by the fact that we can actually choose. And so I made a conscious choice. I was like, no, life is fucking good and I feel great. And as I'm walking down my driveway, I feel this gold netting again that's coming, and I'm feeling like I'm being pulled through this netting, and it's just like, like breathing for air. And it's like I shifted from that timeline into the timeline that I chose. Now, what does this mean? Yes, we need to start, and yes, there is a coronavirus. However, do not forget that we are incredibly powerful creators of our reality, and that we can choose what reality we want to exist in. Now, as a collective consciousness, right, group intention is so powerful. So I really want to encourage all of you to create the reality that everything is going to be okay, and this too shall pass, and that we don't have to engage in a fearful timeline that is going to bring us down. And even though we are subject to the parameters of what is around us, don't forget how powerful we are, and we can change it, and we can manifest a reality that is different, because at the moment it is such an important time. Our world is going through an awakening, but it's also going through a shift where the entire earth is shifting from 3D into 5D. What that means, we don't know, because this has never happened before. Never before in the entire universe has the entire planet shifted from 3D into 5D. So no one knows what it's going to look like. No one knows. There's no like history or books that we can refer to. And so it's the greatest show in the universe. Why there's so many beings, why there's so many ships, whatever you might want to see, interdimensionally, spiritually, extraterrestrially. Why? It's because it's the greatest bloody show in the universe, and humans are like the stars of the show. So let's make it a fucking good show. Now, I really hope that you can all join me on this, and I really want everyone to just like share, and like, man, I can just keep telling all kinds of stories of like daily life because shit's insane. Man, we can have a bloody Zoom party, you know? Let's pick a date and have a Zoom party and everyone just be like, hey, what's up? I just really, really love you all and want to be able to connect with everyone and connect us all together. And this video has gone on for way too long, but I just want you to know that I'm here for you and that we're here for each other, and don't forget about the things that really matter. Over the coming weeks, I'm going to share a lot of the wisdom that I have learned and downloaded about how to actually activate our crystalline DNA and the mastery of that. So if there's anything else people want to know, please like shout out. And like I said, I'm just sharing from the bottom of my heart. Don't take my word for truth. You find your own truth in that, but I can just share my experience. So I love you all, and don't forget, it's a bloody good time to be alive.